What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I am live up out here. Woo! Let's go. What's up? What's going on? What's going on for all my peoples that is out there today? Let it go with the show. Give it another one. Give us some more sound effects. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm up in the building. I wonder how everybody is doing today on this beautiful Saturday, man. I hope that everybody y'all work so hard this week that y'all all deserve to relax, kick back, you know what I'm saying? Turn on your phones, hit your boy up with a couple of views, and let's go for the show. You dig? Man. So, as we all know, a lot of things kicked off this week. I'm going to get up into it in the show. I ain't got a long show today, man, because your boy got a new jizzab. A jizzab. A jizzab. A jizzab. A jizzab. A jizzab. Yep. Yeah, man, but yeah, I got a little job P&D, you know what I'm saying? You might see me pulling up in the Amazon truck or something for y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep the cash flow coming in. You already know, man. No matter what job you got up out there, man, long as you out there working, you move in a productive manner, man. I give you all the great praise, you know what I'm saying? Give y'all like, you know what I'm saying? But first you need to get out to God though. Real rap. What's going on out there? Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to your boy. Make sure you are sharing the stream. So, y'all already know what time it is with this. When I got that copyright up there, we are about to get up in there. Like I said, I ain't got a long show today. So, I got to get used to the new schedule and all that Copyright disclaimer up there on the screen. It's long enough up there. All right, we gonna keep it moving. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Fans Point of View podcast with your host, Truckin Chubbzy, the most known podcaster there is out there, diamond in the dirt, on this grind, one day at a time. You feel me? Let's keep it moving. All right, man. So y'all already know I ain't truck driving no more, but that don't mean that these ain't some of the things I think about while I'm driving. These are just some of the things that we get into before the show starts. Please, if you are commenting, please make sure that you are watching me on YouTube. I do not know why I am not getting any of my Facebook messages. So if you are watching me on Facebook Live right now, shout out to you. Round of applause to you. I don't know why them comments ain't coming through if you watching me up on there. So make sure that you up on that YouTube, man. You know. Okay, so it says invite your audience. Okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, I did that already. All right, so as we know, man, moment of silence, y'all. Y'all I want y'all to send y'all prayers and y'all love to DJ Hayden's family. DJ Hayden lost his life in a car wreck in Houston. Today, actually, it happened today. It was reported today that he was in a car crash in Houston. He went to the University of Houston, played his college ball there, and he was a draft pick to the Raiders. Then he went on to play for it's not in order, but he went on to play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he played also for the Detroit Lions. So I want y'all to send y'all prayers, no matter what y'all are, you know what I mean? Y'all good vibes, whatever it is, to him and his family, you know. I just found out about it not too long ago myself. So, we all up in there together, man. So let me make sure everybody good, everybody up on here. Let's keep it going. Trouble in the NO, man. What is going on in the NO? Oh my goodness, man. What is going on about here, man? So, as y'all know, man, Michael Thomas he got some things going on. And I'm getting up into this before we get into the show, right? So, Michael Thomas was arrested on battery charges. Why are you in the NFL being arrested on battery charges, dog? Like, what's going on, man? Like, y'all got so, like, and look, I get it. for somebody who don't have millions of dollars and you ain't seeing it, it's different, right? But you doing battery, man. You know what I'm saying? Battery charges. Now we don't know, so much into it, so I don't really want to read all the way into the situation, not knowing everything about it. But he was arrested on misdemeanor charges of simple battery and criminal mischief. So around 7 p.m. Friday, according to Kenner police, Thomas was cooperative and booked without incident. He was released from lockup around 10 p.m., according to the police. Thomas was arrested following an altercation with a man who was doing construction work on a house being built in Thomas's neighborhood. The man stated that Thomas yelled at him about the parking in the front of his house and the issue verbal threats. Okay, so we got that. Now, according to the man's statement, Thomas was also upset that the man began recording him in the incident, and he threw a brick at his windshield, which caused little, if any, damage. The man alleged Thomas said he did not want to be recorded, shoved him, and knocked the phone out of his hands. All right. So you parking in front of my house. Look, now I could feel this, right? And this is true. Now, and so I get aggravated with that, right? So where we live, is close to a hospital, right? And it's not too far from the hospital. But you get a bunch of these hospital workers that park in front of our houses when they're going to go do their shifts. Now, this is true. This is just true. And it's aggravating. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the wife and the kids. Like if we go grocery shopping, like when you picking up groceries from after when you get out of work before you go home, and you got to park a block away from your house because somebody that's working for 8 to 10 hours is parking from the house. I know how aggravating that can get. I do. I get it. I do. I really get that. I do. But at the same time though, you know, if anything, he should have been recording a man like, look, you're gonna do work and you're gonna park in front of my house. Now I can't access my parking where I paid, where I own to live. You know what I'm saying? Now the situation could have been handled a little different, but I think that's ignorant of people to just park in front of somebody's house knowing that you about to go to work and do a whole 8 to 12 hour shift. I don't know how long you're gonna be working, but you're gonna park in front of my house while you working. Like, come on, man. Like that don't make sense. But um so I can understand that a little bit, got a little bit out of hand, and he tried to record them. But yeah, man, you got to be a little bit, you have to know and be aware of who you are in that situation that he was in right there. You know what I'm saying? And also, Chris Olave was also arrested from the New Orleans Saints. He on suspicion of reckless driving. Now, why are you even driving when you got bread like that? Like, I get it. I get it. All right. You know what I'm saying? You want to whip, you want to go around and you want to drive a little bit. So cool. All right, go ahead and drive. That's what you want to do. But you should also have a driver. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys get in so much trouble with driving these fast cars in zones. So let me read a little bit of the article, not all of it. So I get into. I'm gonna read a little bit of article just in case y'all not up to date on this. Okay, Chris Olave is a wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints. Okay. New Orleans Saints wide receiver Chris Olave was arrested Monday night in Kerner, Louisiana, on suspicion of reckless operation of a motor vehicle. Police said that Olave was driving 70 miles per hour in a 30 miles per hour zone on Joe Yenny Boulevard, which was described in a Kenner Police Department release as a mixed business residential area. Wow. Wow. He doing 70 and a 35? The Dodge Charger driven by Olave was observed traveling at a high rate of speed, recklessly maneuvering between lanes and around other drivers on the road, according to police. The Saints said that they were aware of the situation but had no comment. Olave, 23 years old, was booked into Kenner Jail Monday night and was released 11:30 p.m. That's crazy. Why is you doing that, man? Why is you doing that? Why? I don't know why you driving like that. They be flying down these zones like that. Could have been kids in the street and everything like that. Playing. He's in a residential area. Mixed with businesses. Like I don't agree with that at all. Yeah. Whatever he got coming at him, man. He should rightfully take that. And acknowledge that he was wrong in that situation. Apologize for that because you know how you always yelling, slow that car down. Why you driving around my kids like that? Like that is crazy to be doing that. But I just wanted to get up into a little thing. I'm gonna keep it moving on, y'all. But trouble in the NO. That is wild. We done with that. That's wild. Crazy, 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 man. The NIL, the NIL. All right. So I know I did a piece on this before and I talked about it before, but I got to keep bringing it up because it's original content. I have to keep um, every now and then bringing it up and keeping the audience and everybody aware that this is my original content. Like I know people touched on it, but not the way that I have. Like people may have mentioned it NIL, but not the way that I have. I've talked about pro teams actually using the NIL to sponsor college athletes, and not just in football, baseball, hockey, wrestling, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? They can accept money for said sport. You know what I mean? And this can go golf, it is bowling, whatever it is. If they have that particular sport in college at the school that they attend, a pro team or a pro owner of a team, whatever team that is, golf team, tennis, bowling, whatever, football, hockey, you know what I'm saying? It goes on and on, swimming, they can now sponsor children, and it hasn't been done yet, but I know it can be done like that, and it should be done like that because I think that's a smart way. But I think that it'll cut into things like the NF, like the drafts, you know what I mean, the draft system. But to be honest, I don't think that a lot of people really watch the draft after like the first two rounds. I don't know, but a lot of people want to interact with me on that, so I don't really know. But y'all let me know if y'all what round do you watch the draft or do you stop watching the draft? Because me, honestly, after the first round, I'm like, whatever, you know what I mean? It's like whatever to me. Whoever we take, we might need this or need that or needs. As long as our needs is met, I'm cool. Like, I don't even really watch it after the first round. I'm just being honest. I don't like it's long, drawn out, and I think it's the first round that makes it that way. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like the later rounds flow. Like you already know who you're gonna take, especially in the first round. Why y'all taking so damn long? Like what the is the about? you know. But I just wanted to mention it and bringing it up because I have to, because I just recently got dinged for somebody saying that I took content. Matter of fact, it was Facebook saying that I didn't have original content. I'm like, yes, I do. And I disputed it and it did work. But yeah, people out here will take your content. And that's why I got the copyright disclaimer on there. They will do it. Like, so I give all y'all the utmost respect for supporting me the way y'all do, because without y'all, things like this wouldn't even be happening to me. You know what I mean? I'll just be a nobody out there, even though it might seem like I'm not getting a lot of attention. But best believe people are paying attention to me out there, and I give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? So round of applause for y'all up out there. That's for real. That's y'all. You know. So the call out. What we talk? I'm talking about the call out. Man, oh man. So what happened here was, Taylor Upshaw, number 11, y'all see in the Arizona uniform. He had a tweet earlier, Instagram. It was an Instagram earlier in the week. It was a meme of like Mike Tyson saying some words, and he was telling Shador, he tagged Shador in there and said, "I'm gonna make you my girlfriend," sacking him or whatever. He's a defensive end for Arizona. He played with Michigan, transferred to Colorado University. He left during spring ball to go to Arizona. Him and Lamonius Craig, the wide receiver for Arizona, also they both went over there. So, but he had some words to say. People took it all out of proportion. Mainly, it was the Colorado Buffalo fans. Oh, this is super disrespectful. Da 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 da. Going off with it. I can't believe he would say something like this. And I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. It was going out of hand. So, I chopped it up, made a little vid on it or whatever. Like, this is everyday stuff. You know what I mean? This is everyday stuff. I think it makes it more exciting when they tweet each other like, yeah, I'm coming for you, or you know what I'm gonna do to your squad. I'm trying to drop 100 on y'all. I'm trying to drop 25. I think that's exciting when these pros or these semi-pro athletes do that with each other, because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Like I know my family, we some of the biggest ish talkers in sports, period. You know what I'm saying? I love talking ish on the field. I love it. That gets you hype, Like, come on, like we about to go out here to battle. And I'm glad that it did happen because this is the best we've seen Colorado since arguably the first game of the season, or at least the fourth one that they had. You know what I mean? Because even they played better today against Arizona than they have. I'm saying the best we probably seen them was the TCU game, but we probably haven't seen this offense this productive since the second game when they played Nebraska. To be honest, the offensive line they did spectacular compared to what they was doing. The offensive line they held up this game. So I just wanted to talk about that. The call out. That's what. But man, they got it in today, man. Shador had a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shador because he stepped up. He was rolling and he was running a lot more too. And that's always said that he should run a lot more during the game. But look, Arizona only beat them by 3 points. I don't even know. So, and I know there's no such thing as like a moral victory. You know what I'm saying? That's what they keep saying. But at the same time, like the Colorado Buffaloes have nothing to hang their head on right with this loss that they took to Arizona. You know what I mean? Arizona's a super physical football team. They're very good. They got I think Noah, their quarterback. I cannot pronounce his last name. I don't even think they pronounce it the right way when they calling it. But he's like a freshman. He came in there 3-star, came in, did his thing. So just a little bit of the stats if y'all want those. Shador was 22 for 35, 262 yards, 2 tutties. He also had 13 carries for 29 yards and 1 tutty. They ran the ball effectively. Well, it was effective. That's exactly what I meant. I mean, the running that they did in the game was effective, and it helped open up for the passing plays and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And the quarterback for Arizona, Noah Fifth, he was 21 for 35, 214 yards. He had 2 tutties. Uh, Jonah Coleman, he ran all over the Colorado Buffaloes today. He had 11 carries for 179 yards, like crazy. Was averaging, that's what that like 15, 16 yards per carry. Wow. Wow. You talk about having a game. That's crazy numbers right there. They also McMillan, he for Arizona, wide receiver, he had 9 receptions, 107 yards and a tutty. Xavier Reaver was the leading receiver for the Colorado Buffaloes in this game. He had 5 receptions for 84 yards. It was a good game. It was a real good game, man. It was, so the offensive line played good. The offense under Pat Schumer looked better. It looked a lot better. It looked like a pro style Pat Schumer type offense. You know what I'm saying? Shador made the right reads, the right everything, and I don't know what they like. Him calling them out, I think had a y'all could say, not believe it or not, but I think that Taylor Upshaw calling Shador out like that had a lot to do with the way that Colorado performed and they answered the call. So I would say that his talk was cheap, even though they won by 3, because they got into a dogfight. They only beat them by 3, and in the last couple of seconds. You know what I'm saying? They let the clock run down and kick a field goal and everything. So hey, look, that was a good victory by them, man. A good game altogether. Check the comments real quick. Y'all appreciate y'all rock with me. Make sure y'all like, share, y'all sharing the stream out there with everybody. And So Texas Tech at the Jayhawks. Man, this was a game, man. This was a good game. I called it earlier in the week. What I do with the college games in that midweek is I pull up the college games that I think that there could be a possible upset in those games, right? Those are the games, right? That's how I do that. It's not really me picking a team. It's just like me highlighting that the underdog team could pull off the victory in that, you know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened in this game here. Texas Tech is tough, and a lot of people probably would have overlooked them because of their record coming in there 4-5, and the Jayhawks being 7-2 and being ranked, and not really looking how good the Big 12 really is. You can argue that the Pac-12 is stretched far, and from top to bottom, they're deep, and the Big 12 look decent too. Kansas Jayhawks really haven't been. They're more of a basketball school. You know what I'm saying? Football their football programs, you know what I mean? It's been trash. Not that really good, you know what I mean? Not good really for anybody that really don't know college football anyhow. But Texas Tech came in there and they smacked them in the mouth. They played good defense and they came out with the win. It was 16-13 that game was. You know, shout out to the Texas Tech Raiders. All out. So a little bit of stats in that game. Texas Tech quarterback Brennan Morton, he was 19 for 25, 176 yards. He had one interception. Taj Brooks was the leading rusher for the Texas Tech Raiders. 33 carries, 133 yards in a tutty. And what's it? Bradley, the wide receiver for Texas, he had 4 receptions for 91 yards. Kansas Jayhawks quarterback Cole Ballard was 9 for 20, 124 yards in the interception. He couldn't really do nothing. They was pressuring him all day. The defense was all over him. Devin Neal was the leading rusher for them, for the Kansas Jayhawks. 19 carries, 137 yards in a tutty. Lawrence Arnold was their lead receptionist. He had 2 receptions and 44 yards. You know, it was that, but it was a low scoring game, really not that high power. And I think I think it was under the spread that they was giving them for points too. I think it was the under. So shout out to you if you got that one right. That Penn State, and I want to talk about, I ain't got a slide for that. The Penn State and Michigan game. Real quick on that, you got to give it to Michigan. You got to say that Michigan is just as dominant as Georgia this year. You got to say that. That game is going to be a great game. If we get to see that game, that's going to be the game that we want to watch for college football. I want to know how many people out there want to see the Georgia Bulldogs play Michigan. I know I want to see that game. I definitely want to see that game. I most definitely want to see that game because Michigan is the truth. They the truth, man. They showed up, man. So shout out, Pooh. I love you, dog. That's your squad right there. You know what I'm saying? I know the Wolverines is looking unstoppable. There was, I don't think, watching the game, you seen that Penn State they're a very good ball club, very good. They like right there, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit more, just that little bit, you know. They right there. But Michigan just showed dominance. The way they ran that ball, the way they played D, it's like, yeah, like you like, okay, they showed it, and it was never in question. Like, if you were a Michigan fan, I don't think that you ever thought that you were going to lose this game. Like, Michigan had control of the game, even when don't even look at the score. You know what I mean? This is the fans' point of view show. Don't even look at the score. Just the eye test and looking the way the game was played. You seen that Michigan had total control over Penn State this whole football game. And Ohio State, man, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know, man. I don't think they could get Michigan. Michigan's the truth right now, man. They are the truth. They are the truth. I don't think you can't take them out of there. And Georgia, if Georgia get when they depending on how and if they beat Mississippi tonight, I'm not gonna say they're going to because Mississippi's a number 10 team and they are an SEC team. But if Georgia go ahead and they dominate Mississippi, no doubt they're the number 1 team in the country. I hope y'all agree with that because it's the same way I'm looking at Michigan right now. Seeing Michigan handle the Penn State the way they did today, just like, okay, I ain't even gonna doubt Michigan no more. Michigan, yeah, because you would say the Big Ten, the Big Ten's trash and da da da. I heard this so much, but yeah, seeing the way that they handle Penn State, like, yeah, they the truth, man. They are the truth, and same goes for Washington too. But let me keep it moving, though. Let me keep it moving. Now, this game is going on, right? It's still going on. You know what I mean? I think it's like 1 minute left. Washington's up by a tutty, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Um, if Washington gets past Utah, no question, no doubt, I believe that Washington jumps. They have to go to the top 4. They have to go to like 3. They have to because the Pac-12, like I said, is arguably like the one. You can argue that the Pac-12 is the best conference. They're good. They are good. The Pac-12 is really good. They're really, really good. And getting past the tough teams that they have played, this 3-game gauntlet they played, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's no joke, you know? So just real quick for anybody who hasn't been following the Washington Huskies at all. So just in their last 3 games, right? They had now Stanford, but it's also a Pac-12 team, all right? But they in the last 5 games, they played Oregon, USC, and they got Utah today. Now, this is the last 5. They had Arizona State and Stanford in between, but Arizona State's a tough team. They just got to get, they're younger. The quarterback, I think their quarterback is like a junior, redshirt junior or something like that. And, but they don't have all their pieces just yet. Arizona State don't, but they're a physical team though, you know. So don't sleep on it, even though they beat them 7-15. Like, don't sleep on the Pac-12. Their Pac-12 are tough football teams. I just had to put that out there real quick, man. Don't doubt on them Huskies, man. The Huskies got to move up to the top 3. To me, that's just to me. That's just to me. Anybody else, y'all probably could say something to me to correct me or something. And I probably agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it is right now. Tough football out there. So, Truckin Chubby's not my NFL picks of the week or next up. Why do I say they're not my NFL? I don't want to be responsible for nobody's pockets. I'm not responsible for your pockets. Do not bet on the picks that I make, because I will feel bad if you lose. But I'll be super happy if you win. And then if you win, you ain't chopping me with no 10%, dog. Like, nah, we could play. Like, nah. But for real though, man, gotta say that up until I get a sports book sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I got to do that like that. You know what I'm saying? I do all this myself, man. You got to read a lot of reading. I think that's true what they say, man. They say if you want to hide something from somebody, you put it in a book, because people don't read. You know what I'm saying? Man, look. So I'm gonna pick as the same way I did the screen last week. I'm gonna give a little intake on the teams. Then we gonna get up out of here, because I ain't got all day. Got to get ready for the work tomorrow. All right. So this game right here with the Bears and the Panthers. Hey, little cuz DJ, don't be mad, man. Don't be mad at your Panthers, man. They young, y'all rebuilding, man. Y'all will be just fine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will be just fine. The thing you want to look at right now, little cuz, is the fact that your Panthers are young. They have a great quarterback. He is playing in his first year in the NFL. So right now, he's filling the NFL out, even though he's taking the losses, but he's also seeing how the NFL works and how to win games, and, the toughness it takes, the preparation it takes for the games and everything like that. They will be a total different team next year. Hopefully, y'all get a good pick, somebody that can help him. Because if you get some pieces around him, you know what I mean? Bryce Young is looking totally different. He's looking totally different right now. Y'all let go of DJ Moore. Had he still been on the Panthers right now, his numbers, he'll probably be, and he's up there in the top 10, peaking up around there. But if he was still with the Panthers, he'd probably be one of the, you arguing, the top 3 receivers in the NFL right now. Because Bryce Young, he's looking good. He's not looking bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Even with not having weapons and everything like that. So in this game, you already know, just in case y'all don't know what happened in this game, Bryce Young was 21 for 38, 185 yards. Shout out to him. That still should be a recipe for a win. Chuba Hubbard, 9 carries for 23 yards. Just horrible. That's not really good. And the receiver they had 45 yards. It was a but that's the defense though. See, that's the Chicago's linebackers are the best linebacker tandem in the NFL. I know I've been bragging about them, but it's just a fact. It's just facts, y'all. And they had Baggett in. He was 20 for 33, 162 yards. Donta Foreman, had 21 carries for 80 yards. He had a tutty. DJ Moore had 5 receptions for 58 yards. Now, see, you give Bryce Young, DJ Moore, you can double that in this game. You know what I'm saying? Double that. So don't be mad about that. But, Let me keep it moving on that just a little bit about that game. Really wasn't too many highlights of that game. Really wasn't no offense in there. You want me to brag about the linebackers for the Bears? I can do that, but it really wasn't too much. It was 13-16. That game was not high powered at all. Um, like I said, I gave a promise of Bryce Young. I think looking at Bryce Young, he doesn't look bad. I think he has a lot of promise. I just think he needs more help on that offense and to get to the next level and take that team to the next level. And then we'll be seeing the Panthers win some. You know what I'm saying? All right. Look, I even got the Panthers hat on for you, cuz. Charlotte out right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all already know what time it is with them Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Now hit a like, even if you don't like the Steelers. Hit a like if you like them. Hit that like. Share it twice right now, even if you don't like them. Especially if you hate them. Share it 3 times. Nah, look. Man, this should easily be a game for us to win. But seeing that everything that's going on in the NFL and how it's working right now, right? How we play, we have one of the worst defenses, but that's not saying much because let me give y'all a little fun stat real quick about the defenses ranked in the NFL, right? So the Browns have the number one defense and they're letting up like 234 to 235 yards a game, okay? All right. And then you look at the worst defense in the NFL, which is the Broncos, and they're letting up 405 yards a game, right? Okay. Now you look somewhere in the middle of the pack. Now we're right above the Broncos, y'all. Right above the Broncos. We're letting up 377 yards a game. That is what our defense is letting up. But 15 touchdowns allowed. But we do not play like that. The stats, like, so, and I love that because see, that's why this fans' point of view is so unique because I'm trying to give us a voice here, and we have a voice here on this show because from a fan's point of view and what we see and the things we like, and not all the numbers are that the Steelers defense. When you go play the Steelers, they like, man, that defense is crazy. Well, guess what? We got the 31st defense in the NFL, but we don't be like the games don't be getting blown out like the majority of that came from the San Francisco game, to be honest. You know what I mean? The majority of that average, when you look at the average, we had the majority of that average right there came from that San Francisco game where we got aired out. You know what I mean? That's where that came from, to be honest, when you looking at numbers. Um, but then you look at like say for instance, I'm talking about the I know it's off, but the 15th team, they're letting up 328 yards. So it's really, you know what I mean? Y'all get what I'm saying. It's not that far. But this game here, Jordan Love is the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. He hasn't really been playing that well, but then you look, he really hasn't been playing that well. You put him under duress, and it's easy to say right now, honestly, to me, from the eye test, I think he's a bust, y'all. I don't know if y'all agree with that or not. To me, he's a bust. To me, the guy's a bust. That's what I'm seeing right now from him. Like I'm not seeing no all-star quarterback with, out of him. When you look at you can't even they're not even running the ball that well. Green Bay isn't. Statistically, eye test, when you look at the eye test, you might think they are, but statistically they're not. They're not, their quarterback ain't even in the rankings. When you look at the rankings for quarterback in the NFL, Green Bay lands at 21. Jordan Love does, 155 attempts, 200, 155 completions, 260 attempts. He got a passer rating of like 59. He only thrown for 1,700 yards on the season. Like we gotta let that up. You can't even really say that they're running the ball well. They're not even doing that. You know what I mean? They're not even doing that well, man. He's only averaging 215 yards passing a game. So as long as we come out there and we put that defense on them, I think we'll be fine. So therefore, y'all already know I'm rocking with the Steelers, man. I'm rocking with the Steelers, man, for real. Because when you start looking at us, man, in the way that we're performing, Kenny Pickett, he has 141 completions, 230 attempts. He's completing 61 yards. I mean, he's completing 61 percentage, I'm sorry, of his passes. He's only thrown for 1,400 yards, like 1,500 roughly, somewhere in there. And then he's only averaging 186 yards a game, but he's missing Pickett. He's missing a lot of players, open and a lot of passes. He's missing them. And I can understand the frustration of Pickens. I do. I get why he was frustrated and why that came out because he is missing him, even though he wants the ball every play and he's not open all the time. But a lot of the times, Deontay was open. Deontay Johnson was open, and he's missing him. I don't know if he's hurt or if he can't make the throws or whatever, but look, I'm not sold on the guy. I'm just saying, I'm just not sold on him. I'm not a big Pickett fan. I'm just not, but I'm a huge diehard Steeler fan. I really am, but I'm not sold on Pickett. So y'all might love him, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, that's just what it is to me. I rock with the defense. I love TJ Watt, and our defense, Fitzpatrick. I think he's coming back. So look, man, we locked down that defense and we got this game. Period. That this you can argue and say this is an old rivalry game right here, right? The Colts at the Patriots, right? You could say that this is an old rivalry game. It used to be Brady and you see Manning. Those was the games. Those games used to go down. Man, those games used to be fun to watch too. When you seen them two play, you was like, yeah, we was in for a good day. But now you got Mac Jones. I mean, he's only completing 64% of his passes, 1,800 yards passing. He's averaging 200 yards a game passing, like 10 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Yeah, that's what that is. That's dude. Gardner Minshew, he's completing 63% of his passes, 1,500 yards, 8 tutties and 5 interceptions. This is one of them setup type games. But I honestly would say the Colts defense is better in this game. I would go to say that the Colts have the better rushing in this game because Zach Moss is a complete animal. Zach Moss is a beast. He's a dog. He's a beast. He's like Zach Moss is that dude for the Colts. He is. 132 attempts, 615 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry, 5 tutties. He's averaging like 77 yards a game because we round off here. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. And he ain't fumbled not once. And he got 31 first downs. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like he's rolling with it. My man be out. That's where they at. And they gonna try to do that. As long as they're successful running the ball, that game gonna be wide open. So Ramondre Stevens, y'all, 106 attempts, 394 yards. He ain't got no fumbles, but he only averaging 4 yards a carry. That's pretty good in the NFL, though. Let me not understate that. That's not bad. Getting 4 yards a carry ain't bad at all. So defensively, though, when you looking at both of these teams defensively, I wish I could see the comments and I would ask y'all who do y'all think has the better defense just off top. Of course, the Patriots do. They're only letting up 333 yards a game, and then the Colts defense is letting up 360 yards a game. So the Patriots have the better team on defensively, but they giving up them rushing yards. So me, who do I go with? I don't go by statistically, I go by the eye test. I'm rocking with the Colts. Even though they're in New England and they cheat in New England, I don't know. I might have to switch that because they be cheating in New England. So you keep that in mind too when you going to place your bets or whatever you're doing. Because they cheat in New England. They do a lot of foul stuff. They do, man. So but I like the Colts in this game, though. I like the Colts. Next up, this the game of the week. It should be right. Number one and number two defense in the NFL right now, about to take up each other. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And you can, so some people, like I said, there's a big difference now because the Ravens are letting up 30 more yards than the Browns are. The Browns are letting up 230 yards a game. The Ravens letting up 260 yards a game. The Browns been scored on more though. They've been scored. They let up 17 touchdowns, and the Ravens defense only let up 10 touchdowns. So you know what I mean. But they're second place though. The Ravens defense are so. But to us, we would say that the Ravens is number one here, right? On a fan's point of view, because they only let 10 touchdowns up. Like you ain't scoring on them. Like, so it's gonna be a good game. That's their kryptonite. And Browns fans hate the Ravens because the Ravens are the Browns, right? Ain't that what that is? The Ravens is the Browns. So the Browns is the Browns, but the Ravens are the old Browns. So soon as the Ravens became the Ravens, they won the Super Bowl with being the Browns, with the Browns team or something like that. So this rivalry go deeper than what us Pittsburgh and Cincinnati fans know. Even though they rival division rivals, like this goes deep for them Browns fans. They can't stand the Ravens. They don't like the Steelers. They hate us, but they despise. They don't you purple. They don't even wear purple in Cleveland because it reminds them of the Ravens. So you know, but the Browns, they got that defense is crazy, man. That defense is crazy, but I think Lamar got it, man. I gotta go with Lamar being at home, 1 point field goal type. You know what I'm saying? And but cause that's for my little cuz, little Bill. I know you like the Ravens, little cuz. I know you like them. And I'm gonna roll with him. Lamar Jackson, he's a beast. He got the receivers now. I think that they're gonna make a play that's gonna help them. And they're gonna bottle up the Browns enough. But I don't expect this to be no high scoring game. I don't. But I think the Ravens take it though. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Jags. Now, for you 49ers fans, I know y'all been down and out because our team was on the down slope. You know, it's really crunch time right now. November is an important month of football. You know, you on the back. It used to be on the back end of it, but it's just important because now you're seeing the teams that are really good and established, but now you're seeing some of these teams who are really good, but they took those first couple losses and now they need to play catch up and they're going to play hard. So that November is an exciting month of football. But when it comes to this game, I gotta go with the Jaguars because my son loves the Jaguars. I do not force him to be a Steeler fan. He likes the Steelers, he'll root for him, but deep down, he loves the Jags. I don't know. I think it's the logo, whatever it may be, but he loves the Jags. And on top of that, the 49ers have a top 10 defense. Okay, let me get into this. Top 10 defense, they're only letting up 315 yards per game. They only let up 14 touchdowns. We still know who is the baddest man running the ball in the whole league, right? You still know who it is. Y'all still know, right? It's still standing the same way. It ain't going nowhere. I don't know why you know, in it, but they need help. And that offense runs pretty good behind what Brock Purdy does. He's not. It's not the prettiest way it's ran, but that defense just upgraded and everything else. You got to keep that in mind. I told y'all don't listen to what I'm saying and who I'm picking. You know what I mean? Because that San Francisco defense just got Chase Young. They got Bosa. Um, and they really know how to run the offense behind Purdy. But the Jags ain't nothing to sleep on either, though. I think this is gonna be another good game. But I gave y'all my pick, but I'm telling y'all elsewhere because I just told y'all now. I ain't gonna say it too much. I ain't gonna keep saying it too much, dog. You know, I put it up out there. I put it out there. I put it out there. I think they got a their receiving core ain't too bad. They ain't doing too bad. Brandon Ayuk, he's in the top 15 right now. Just for y'all, he got 620 yards. He ain't doing too bad. You know, he's doing all right about there. You know, I'm trying to get through the slide because I told y'all I got things to do. Got things to do. I appreciate y'all rocking with me though. I appreciate y'all out there rocking with the ball. All the trouble going on in the Saints, is it going to distract them? Yeah, I believe so. This I don't want to say. I never want to say super easy picks when I'm picking teams because they're NFL. Their players are professionals, and I don't want to disrespect the professional because they're all great. They're all great. You know what I'm saying? At what they do. You know, they made it to the top upper echelon, to the top of the mountain. You know. So I like the Vikings in this because not only because of their football performance and their play on the field, is also because of what I read to y'all at the beginning of the show. All the turmoil and the drama going on in New Orleans right now, even though it was petty stuff, but that's stuff that the media plays on you, like the mainstream, they, saying this about them, saying that about them. And it just so happened to be the day before a game, so they're going to be attacking them with that. He probably got his TV off, they're veterans, so they probably got their TV off and everything else. I don't think it's going to affect them too much, but still, they're they're not even, they're barely there. They're barely there, and they should be a lot better because they have a number 7 ranked defense in the NFL. The Saints do. They only letting up 304 yards a game. They only let 17 touchdowns in total. That is a great recipe for a win. That team, but that Derek Carr, what is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? And both of his receivers just one want to, beat up people for parking in front of his house, and the other one want to speed through. Like there's no discipline, lack of discipline there. In the mind for a grown man, because you got to have discipline, obviously, for both of those things. Both of those is avoidable crimes, right? So that just shows a lack of discipline is from a man. Can y'all agree with that? Do we all agree with that? You know what I mean? And you need that on the football field. So that's why just to explain why earlier in the show, okay? That's what I meant by that. The Vikings have the number 15 defense in the NFL. We're letting up 328 yards a game and 20 touchdowns. So they're not really that far behind. And I think they're going to ball out. I just think they're going to show up. I think Dobbs is going to some magic, work his magic again there. Matson is going to have a decent running game. Justin Jefferson, he's going to step up. You got Jordan Addison going to go crazy over there on that offense. And I think that offense is going to run it up on the Saints. I think, 10 points maybe, I think. So I'll give them 8, though. Give them 8, but I'm going with the Vikings in this game. Fair enough. Can we move on? Love it. Bengals. Texans at the Bengals. Texans at the Bengals. So, CJ Stroud. Everybody said you can't get an Ohio State quarterback that could sling the ball. His work ethic is this and that. Ohio, he came in and just proved everybody wrong. Still remains to be one of the best passers, even though I picked against him last week. No, no, they took the L. Actually, they lost to Carolina. He lost that game by a point. I think he was too much in his head. He should have just went out there, played his game, and just, enjoyed the game. Like, sometimes I believe these pros are so over. They're like, there's a such thing as preparing too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes especially when you're doing something you love, you got to enjoy doing it to be at your best sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You already prepared yourself. You already got the reps. So now he just forgot to just have that fun in that game because he wanted to beat Bryce so bad. So bad. You know what I'm saying? And he lost. But he still has one of like Nico Collins came out of nowhere. And a lot of that is because of CJ Stroud. Nico Collins with 36 receptions, 53 targets, 631 yards. Like, did you just hear me? 36 reception out of 53 targets, 631 yards. Like, come on, man. Come on. Give that man his props. Like, a lot of that's with Stroud, CJ Stroud, completing 62% of his passes as a rookie in the NFL, 2,270 yards on the season. Hold up. This is the craziest stat. 14 touchdowns and one pick. 14 touchdowns to one pick. 14 touchdowns to one pick. Nah, that is what matters the most here, right? So you can argue, and we probably would say here on a fan's point of view that CJ Stroud is the best quarterback, right? But period, because he has 14 touchdowns and one pick. He's efficient at throwing the ball. He is, even though he's only completing 62% of his passes. But that's like a lot of that's drops. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that's drops. You could put a lot on the receivers not being open, or you know what I'm saying? That's not because he's throwing wild balls or and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's. So he got as many touchdowns as like let's say, okay, he has as many touchdowns as like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has 15 touchdowns, but he has 8 interceptions. Now CJ Stroud got 14 and 1. Come on, man. Come on, man. Another comparison? Y'all want me another comparison? Okay, all right. Let me get y'all one more. So Sam Howell is the second leading passer in the NFL, right? That's crazy, right? He got 14 touchdowns and 9 picks. You know what I'm saying? Like he balling, man. The man balling. He balling. Plus, right now, we definitely need the Bengals to take a L. I'm sorry, Bengals fans out there, but I'm going with the Texans. Even though the Bengals, um, the defense. Let me get y'all the defense with the Bengals real quick, because their offense, because Joe Burrow, he's still inclining, and their stats really don't show it. You look on the field, you see a hungry Bengals team that wants to come back, and they will probably come back and ball out because it's November and they gotta buckle down because they took too many losses in the first little quarter of the season. You know what I'm saying? And the Bengals are amongst one of the worst defenses in NFL. They currently sit at number 27 in the NFL, letting up 365 yards a game, 17 touchdowns. That's not good. That's not good. But like I said, they're playing a lot better, and a lot of that has to do with the first couple games they lost in the first quarter of the game. Now, the Texans have a top 20 defense. They're currently sitting at number 19 in the NFL right now. They're only letting up 335 yards a game and it's 17 touchdowns. So that young D is only going to get better. Defensive minded coach, but that quarterback is playing crazy. I don't want to sleep on the Texans and just say the Texans are going to get there, but I picked the Texans because we need the help to remain number one in the division. Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, let me say that again. Pittsburgh Steelers are number one. Let me say that again. Pittsburgh Steelers is number one in that division. You hear me? All right. Let me put the first one back on. But yes. So they are, but we need them to take an L so we can get back up in this. You know what I'm saying? And we got the Browns playing the Ravens. I know everybody wants the Browns to beat, but it's probably not going to happen. But yes, the Texans, I'm going for them for that simple fact. All right. So there's a biasness with that. And I'm just keeping it real. See, we could do that here. We could do that here. All right. The Titans at the Buccaneers. Titans at the Buccaneers. All right. We all know what the Titans do well. It's no secret, right? It's no secret. Like, it's a fact. We all know it. We can sit here and we can act like they don't, that big Derrick Henry, that big juggernaut of a running back they got back there. He be rumbling, bumbling. You be hearing him coming running down the field, sound like vinyl crush when he running through the holes. And you really got to make a business decision when you really want to go hit this big dude because you really like, look, my body's worth millions, and I'm not about to, break down hitting them because they can't pass because Ryan Tannehill. They got that quarterback, but Ryan Tannehill is sitting at number 30 in the NFL. He only completed 98 passes, 158 attempts, only completing 62% of his passes, but he only got like 1,000 passing yards. So but they got the other they got what's his name? The other guy up in there, the rookie, you know what I'm talking. Y'all know who I'm saying. Help me out here, man. Help me out. No, but no, he Kentucky quarterback Larry. I thought I thought he would play it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? He stepped up. He looked good against us. And if he can do that against the Steelers defense in the way that we play, there's no doubt in my mind that he should be able to do that to the Buccaneers. But the Buccaneers are being at home. And regardless what anybody want to say about Baker Mayfield, I like his fighting spirit in Baker Mayfield. I love the way that Mayfield plays the game, being undersized and having the fight that he has in him to get back up and be moved around the NFL and to come in there and to stay consistent. Regardless what we want to say about the man, he's consistent and he just like wants to win. You know what I'm saying? You put him on a little bit of better of a roster, he get the team done. He'll get them there. And you can't that therefore with having that scrappy quarterback in Mayfield and having Mike Evans, one of the best receivers in the NFL, you got to look at that, put all that into the account, and say that okay, who they may pull this off at home, and they can pull this off at home, and but the only thing that you catch and you look at that, you say, well, they got one of the worst defenses in the NFL. That's the problem. Letting up 372 yards a game and 17 touchdowns in total. The Buccaneers are 29th in the NFL when it comes to their defense. So you say is it that easy to pick the Titans? Well, the Titans is going to score. Can the Titans hold them off? They absolutely can. Because they're only letting up 337 yards a game and 13 touchdowns in total. They are the 20th defense in the NFL, but what separates the 20th from the 11th and 10th is not that many yards. You know what I mean? 30, 20 yards that separates them. You know what I'm saying? That's one big pass play, a couple rushing yards, a couple first downs, or whatever that separates the 10th from the 20th. So hey, you can argue that the Titans defense is a lot better. And under Mike Vrabel, their defense will play and it will perform. However, got to put in account that Tampa Bay's at home. I don't think that I know that's going to have a lot to play into it with Scrappy Mayfield there, Mike Evans stepping up. But I gotta go with that rumbling, bumbling juggernaut of a running back, and I like the young quarterback for the Titans played so well against us, and I think I'm gonna roll with the Titans over the Buccaneers. All right. Next step, the Detroit Lions and the Chargers. What the Detroit Lions and the Chargers? The Lions getting blown out by the Ravens really exposed them to me, showed me some their faults and how bad they can be and how they can be beat. However, however, when they make mistakes, the Lions have a defense that can make up for that. Did you understand what I'm saying? They have the number 5 defense in the entire NFL right now, letting up only 296 yards and 19 touchdowns. And then the Chargers are, if I'm not mistaken, the Chargers are amongst the worst defense in the NFL. They can't stop a lick, and we already know what your boy about to go out there and do. The Lions don't take no prisoners. They go out there because Jared Goff is just a beast. His completion percentage has went up tremendously under the Lions. It has 63% they give him, but their completion percentage drops with sacks when they get him, right? So he's been sacked like 15 times. So that's what I'm saying. It drops. A lot of that is not drop passes or missing passes or anything because he has 200 completions out of the 293 times that he passed, and he's doing that a lot. You know what I mean? And he's completing 68%. You can say 70 here, you know. So looking at that and the way that the Chargers are, it just I mean, Justin Herbert, he's not far behind. He's completing the same 68% of his passes also. 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, like, and it's just something about the Chargers that can't. He just reminds me. He looks exactly like Phillip Rivers to me. It's hard for me to get Phillip Rivers out my head the way that the Chargers look, because he needs more firepower on that offense. I mean, with all due respect, they have possession receivers. They just need that one. You know what I mean? They need that. He needs that help. He needs it. Um, because that defense is stacked. That defense is absolutely stacked. Khalil Mack and like that defense got it. And but they marked amongst the worst. I mean, they got good players on the defense, but the yards they're letting up a game, like I said, but that's not really saying nothing statistically. But even looking at the eye test, they play well, but it's just like they can't get over it. And the Lions are just playing unreal this year. So I gotta go with Detroit in this game. All right. Yo, the Falcons at the Cardinals. I'm not going against the Falcons. I'm not picking the Falcons. I'm not going to do it because every time I pick the Falcons this season, they lose, and every time I go against them, they win. So for my brother, I don't know what it is with your Falcons, man. I can't call it. I can't know. I don't know. No, I just don't know what it is with these Falcons, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know they're still young. They still a young team offensively. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on here. Kyler Murray's coming back. He's gonna be wanting to make a statement. They're at Arizona. I'm not gonna pick nobody in this game, you know. But like I said, Kyler Murray. You know what? I will just for my brother Bulldog. Just for you, Bulldog. If it wasn't for you, Bulldog, I love you, fool. I wouldn't be going with him. But I'm gonna say it. The Cardinals. The Cardinals. Yes, I am. I said it. They got the 24th defense in the whole NFL, letting up 350 yards a game. They let up 27 touchdowns. Kyler Murray's coming back. They at home against the Falcons. They go and ball out. The Falcons, though, they do got that defense. They defense is locked down. They defense do not play. That's why I don't understand how they took the couple of L's that they took. I think the Falcons lost too many games this year with the defense that they have, only letting up 300 yards a game and 17 touchdowns. That is just it. I can't wrap it around my head. I just can't. I'm like, what Falcons? Like, what is going on? What is going on? Y'all defense is crazy. Y'all squad is there. Ritter gets the ball there, but Pitts, like that's I think that's what it is. And then y'all let old boy go. Like y'all let really go. That hurt. That hurt. He needed to be there. But y'all bounce back. I think y'all be just fine. Like I said, I went with the Cardinals in this game. That's who I picked. Keep it moving. Is this an easy pick? Is this an easy game? This game right here. Is it that easy? Do y'all just think that the Cowboys is just going to go up to New York and just absolutely abbreviate the Giants? Or is that what's going to happen here in this game? You know what I mean? Because the Giants, like at this point, do they want to lose on purpose? Do they want to get a first round pick? What's going to happen here? Because I mean, because you could look at this game and you're not even looking at this game. You could just hear this game and say the Cowboys got it immediately. They got the number 3 defense in the NFL. The way that they're playing this year, they're definitely playing like they won a Super Bowl defense. The Giants got the number 21st defense in the NFL. All right. Statistically, they have a better defense than us. Statistically. All right. And let me put some emphasis on that. But Dak Prescott is having a hell of a season. Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen from Buffalo have the highest completion percentages in the NFL. Prescott is balling. He is getting the ball there. CD Lamb has stepped up tremendously. That defense has not missed a beat at all. Therefore, I gotta go with the Cowboys. I got you. I gotta go with the Cowboys in this game at the Giants, but the Giants, I say better luck next season, man. With them, I think they mess. I think they messed up their chemistry. You can say what you want about it. I know this is far fetched or whatever, but I think they messed up the chemistry when they paid Daniel Jones and they didn't pay Saquon Barkley. Like, how you not pay Saquon Barkley? He knows that he played. Daniel Jones had a lot to do with what went on last year too, right? He did, but then they let go Kadarius Toney. They let Toney go to the Chiefs. He wasn't happy there. He knew that something was going on there in the air. The environment is not what it needs to be. They're not all bought into what Dayball's bringing over there, and unfortunately, it shows in their record and the way that they're playing this year. So therefore, I'm going with Dallas. Easy money, right? All right. Plus, I can't rock with the Giants right now anyway. But Washington at Seahawks. Commanders and the Seahawks is playing each other. Sam Howell is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL, but he also is in second for passing yards. He knows how to sling that ball around. You hear me? McLaren knows what he's doing, how to catch. Brian Robertson Jr. knows how to tote that rock like crazy. So does Kenneth Walker III. This game right here got some running backs that love toting it, that love getting loose. And I'm about to tell you right now, which running back is about to have a better game according to the defenses. Because when you got to look at both of the defenses, because that's what's going to separate in this game, every game, right? That's what they say. Offense win game, defense win championships. Ain't that what they always say from the little league on up? So when you see the Commanders is 28th, so they're like roughly one of the worst defenses in the NFL on paper, and they should be. They just let go a lot of their two of their key defensive leaders, if you ask me. But they didn't seem to miss them last week at all. You know what I mean? They didn't seem to miss that. Others stepped up. The rookie stepped up, played well. Now we see why they said, okay, you can go ahead because we got somebody behind you that we can play less. That's going to still get the job done. But they letting up 368 yards a game. The Seahawks is letting up 350 yards a game. And neither one of them really could stop the run. So we're going to see what happens there. So this is going to be one of them games to me that you're going to say, whatever defense gets the most, and I know it sounds easy to say whatever defense is going to get the most stops is going to win the game. Of course, that's going to be that way. No, I don't mean that. So turnover. Which offense is going to take care of the rock and which offense ain't? Seahawks being at home, the 12th man ain't nothing to play with. The Washington is kind of sort of in the rebuild mode. They don't want to come out and say that, but they are. But they're still playing, but they are. Whenever you let go of two high profile players like that, you are in the rebuild mode. And you did it crazy and unorthodox. Seahawks this game. I think this Seahawks take this game. Pete Carroll and them come out, and they go ahead and they go off because also you excuse me, man. Let me get something to drink real quick, man. My throat. I know, mess up mid show like that. Feel a lot better. Yeah, well, with the Seahawks, the way they play, man, Metcalf and Geno Smith getting busy up out there. I think that they'll show up and they'll show out enough to pull one over on the Commanders. Jets at the Raiders. The Raiders letting go of guy. They said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna let him go. He gotta get up out of here." Josh Daniel, you gotta go. Yeah, you messing up the chemistry, the atmosphere around here ain't right. And then they show up and they perform. They pull out a dub, which was surprising to me. They at home again for another game against the Jets. The Jets going up there to go play the Raiders. Man, oh man. Just defensively, real quick. I don't know what's going on, man. My damn throat so damn dry. Crazy. The Jets got the number ninth defense in the NFL, letting up 312 yards a game, 14 touchdowns allowed. Their defense is better than the Raiders statistically. And I will say also looking at them from the eye test. When you look at them on the field and the way that they play the ball, you would say that they were too, right? You'd be like, all right. Now, a lot of people don't give the Jets a chance to win at all. The Raiders is just balling. They like I think that they had to switch up McDaniel and make that move. It was important for that team to grow. But I gotta say the Jets is gonna win. I know it sounds crazy, but I picked the Jets. And I'll get back up on her because I be wrong. I be wrong. I can't be right with everything. I don't know everything. I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I can't be right with everything. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Let me quit playing, man. I'm going the Raiders, man. The Raiders, dog. They got home, black and silver. Matt Crosby, he go to sack people. I know when Matt Crosby go to sack people, you know what I'm saying? You know, he open, he out in the open. He probably be saying funny stuff to him. And because they act like they can't touch the man, you know what I'm saying? Like Matt Crosby, they act like they can't touch Matt Crosby. He get over on he I don't see the way he rushed that edge is crazy, man. It's like they really be scared to touch him or something. But he gets back there a lot. He's an excellent edge rusher. That defense be going crazy, and he's important for it. And I think that was the right move of letting the head coach go, even though they did that. And I like the way they played last week. And if they play like they played last week, yeah, no doubt. And that's for Maya too. Out there in South Kakalaki, you know what I'm saying? Domestic disturbance and all of that. Shout out to you. I see you. You dig? Yo, both of them. All right, both my uncles is fans of the Bills. Both of them. Both of them. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Banks Bungalow. Y'all make sure y'all need an Airbnb. That's what y'all look up when y'all in North Carolina, the poor, Pittsburgh, PA. You know what I'm saying? The Bills. I'm going with them. I'm going with the Bills. Y'all know why I'm going with the Bills. But in case you don't know why I'm going with the Bills, let me tell you why I'm going for the Bills, right? Because Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL to me. I said that and I'll keep on saying that to me. To me here on the Fans Point of View show, yes, he is. When you got 231 completions out of 324 attempts, completing 72% of your passes, to almost 2,500 yards on the season, averaging 270 yards a game, 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, cannot go on. And you got one of the best rushers in the NFL too. Like let's not sleep on that. You know what I'm saying? Now statistically in yards, no, but he's pounding it up in there and he's getting the job done. The man be running the rock. Like stop playing with him, man. Stop playing with him. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with him. Stop playing with Cook with the Bills. He's nice. He's nice. He's nice. And Stephon Diggs coming back. Like, come on, man. Like, don't be playing with them, man. Now, I do think and I do want to see more of them tight ends, Dalton Kincaid. Like, I don't know, like Knoxon's is gone, but Dalton Kincaid, yes, man, he's an important piece to y'all, and y'all will see why. And I'm sure y'all have been seeing why, but y'all see why I was tooting his horn the beginning of the season because I seen what he did in college, and I'm like, he's going with Josh Allen. Oh, that's gonna be crazy. The Broncos, they gonna play tough because they got you because they head coach Sean Payton, but Sean Payton, he just getting his team this year, and I think that a lot of people know that. I don't think that y'all expected the Broncos to be good this year. I don't know if y'all did or not, but Russell Wilson is arguably one of the best quarterbacks up out there too when it comes to touchdowns and the way he's completing his passes too. All under the duress that he's under too. You know what I'm saying? He be balling out too. Just a couple weeks ago, I showed y'all how to get that done. How that Russell Wilson be playing, but when you going up there to Bills Mafia land. They don't play up there. Them fans ain't about to have it, and Josh Allen is not about to take no L no at home. It's not about to happen. So yes, I would definitely. I don't want to say easy pick, but yeah, you for sure going with the Bills for sure, for sure, for sure. Yo, man, I appreciate y'all, man, so much for rocking with me out there, man. Love it, man, for real, man. I love the way y'all be out there, rock with me, man. Keep supporting me, keep on, man, because we on their heads out here, y'all. You hear me? We are on their heads out here. You hear me? Everything I'm saying, they critiquing, they throwing little shots out there. You got and I be seeing that, I pay attention to this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how I see it and how I be knowing it, but that's because of y'all out here rocking with me, supporting me, sharing it, liking it, and everything else. And I just can't wait till we get there to that point, you know what I'm saying? But y'all make sure that y'all pray for y'all enemies, that y'all pray for yourself, y'all pray for your health, y'all stay healthy, keep on supporting me, keep on doing what y'all doing out there because everything that y'all doing is sure to be coming to fruition and everything else too. You hear me? But I gotta go because I gotta get up mad early to make sure that you and you and you and you and you and you and you too got your Amazon packages and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You dig? Gotta go get that money. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Truckin Chubby from a fan's point of view podcast, the must unknown podcast that is about that diamond in the dirt on his ground one day at a time. It is okay to replay. Thanks for watching. I love it. Love y'all, man. Have a blessed day. Peace.